Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're going to be unboxing these three huge cubes that were sent to me by CubeLilo. So it's the Meilong 8MV3, Meilong 9MV3 and Meilong 10MV2, 8x8, 9x9 and 10x10 respectively. And a huge thank you to CubeLilo for sending me these puzzles to do reviews on. I am really ecstatic because as you know, I love big cubes. So this is going to be an unboxing and first impressions video. So let's get right into this. So we're going to start with the 8x8 first. So this is also the first time I'm going to be owning any of these puzzles. I've tried a 10x10 before at a comp, but I've never actually owned one of these puzzles. And I tried the 10x10 a long time ago, which means, hardware improvements and technology improvements should have changed things completely. Okay, so we've got the box open. We have a small Moyu card on top, which is kind of nice. And then, wow, okay. The puzzle comes in its own plastic box, which is really nice. And that is really small actually. I have my 7x7 here for comparison and it might be the same size. But okay, we have this accessories box. So this box just comes with a screwdriver and a pamphlet, very standard. So I'm just gonna put that away. And this is the actual puzzle. So again, a massive shout out to CubeLilo for this. None of this would be possible without them. And oh my gosh, this feels really nice. It feels very light. In fact, I think it's lighter than my 7x7, which is kind of funny. A size comparison will show you that these are nearly the same size. The 8x8 is slightly bigger because the corner pieces are slightly bigger, but on an overall, it's really compact, which is nice. And the color shades are also pretty standard. That is what the cube looks like. Now let's get into some first turns. Wow, okay. I did not know 8x8s could feel this good. The outer layers are extremely smooth and buttery. Let's see the inner layers. Oh yeah, I mean, this is just fascinating. This might be one of the best big cubes I've tried out of the box. Just all big cubes combined. I'm not even exaggerating here, guys. Like the first turns, my first impression of this is that it's really well lubed and you can kind of hear how buttery this turning is. So yeah, the turning is extremely smooth and maybe too smooth actually. Like I feel like this is gonna be hard to control. But yeah, as I get into this, I'm gonna hope for some improvements in a lot of things. Let's see what else. It is a little bit tight out of the box as you can see, but honestly that might be a good thing because if I pop the 8x8, it might be a nightmare to put back together. So yeah, it being tight out of the box is not something I'm mad about. This puzzle is amazing though. Like I'm not afraid to scramble any of these and I'm gonna do just that as soon as I stop recording this video. But yeah, this is a really nice puzzle and it's gonna be so much fun to solve. I might be practicing this more than big cubes just because I want to improve my turning accuracy on the big cubes. And I don't know if you've heard of the big cube effect, but it is definitely a thing where if you solve higher order cubes, the lower order cubes feel easier to turn. And in fact, even your look ahead on them can improve. So yeah, I think the ball core really makes a difference on this 8x8 and I would absolutely recommend it if you're planning to get one. Speaking of which, you can get all of these puzzles for yourself on CubeLilo's website using the links in the description. And if you click the links in the description, you'll actually have an extra 5% off directly applied to your order. And if not, you can just use the coupon code SPACETIME at checkout to get that discount. Magnet strengths are perfect, they're not strong. The inner layer is extremely strong actually, but the outer three layers are just normal. Outer layer is also fairly strong, but yeah, just normal I would say. Corner cutting is not expected to be great, but it actually is decent. It's like a QB, which I didn't expect even that much, honestly. Yeah, I mean, it's tough to have good corner cutting especially on an even ordered cube because there's so many internal pieces. But yeah, that is the 8x8, guys. I am really excited for this. So yeah, very happy with that. Great job by Moyu here. And let's move on to the 9x9. So now we have the Meilong 9MV3. So this is a 9x9 and we're into the 9x9 box. Okay, the accessories are going to be the same, so I'm going to put that away. So again, we have the same card as well. Just put these away for now. Okay, this is the 9x9 and for a size comparison, here's the 8x8 we just unboxed. It is essentially the same size. Wow, that's crazy. Okay. All right, guys, we have the 9x9 out of the box. Let's see first turns. Are you serious? Okay, I don't understand how cubes this big can be decent. Like I've always imagined they would just be like really hard to turn. And you have to understand, I imagine these things because I've never owned one of these. So owning one of these is really cool. And yeah, this one turns well as well. This one is a little more, I'd say a little more unstable. Maybe it's a little looser. Yeah, it's slightly looser than the 8x8. But turns really well. Outer turns are really smooth. Second layer turns are good. Third layer is good. Yeah, I mean, this is just a very fast puzzle. Like, I feel like the 8x8 had a buttery and controllable feel, while this one has more of a sandy and smooth, fast feel. So that's really interesting. But yeah, that's the 9x9. And also keep in mind, I'm going to make detailed reviews on these cubes in separate videos. So stick around for that. I will make those after breaking them in a little bit, of course. But yeah, stick around for the detailed reviews of these cubes, because that is going to be where you really see how these perform after breaking in. This is just my first impressions. So yeah, magnet strengths on the 9x9 are very weak. Like, they're really weak. Outer layers are strong, which makes sense, and the innermost layer, these two make sense, but other layers are just really weak. I don't really mind that personally. I actually think that can be a good thing. And yeah, apart from that, the puzzle just turns really nicely. Yeah, it's slightly unstable on some turns, and as I said, it's more sandy than buttery. But wow, this is really fascinating. I'm gonna enjoy speed solving these for sure. So let's now move on to the 10x10. Okay guys, this is the 10x10. It's a slightly different packaging style. This has one of these around it, I guess. Alright guys, we have the cube box. Let's get it out. The same two things, the accessories and pamphlet, and whoa, okay, this puzzle is a lot heavier. It's noticeably heavier, and I felt that right from lifting it. Okay, this is the cube, and it is definitely bigger, noticeably. Here's the 9x9 next to it, so yeah, that's the cube. I love how tiny the center and edge pieces are. It's like, so it's very cute, honestly. It's really small. But let's see the turns. Oh, okay. Now this cube is more stable, like much more stable than the other two. Like the 8x8 and 9x9, we had a buttery feel on the 8 and a sandy on the 9. This one is slow and gummy. That's honestly not a bad thing. I mean, it is a really big cube, and the corners are disproportionately larger, but I don't say disproportionately as a bad thing, because that's kind of needed. And oh no.
1 hour later.
Okay, we've luckily fixed the pop. I'm going to be really careful turning this because I do not want to mess anything up right now. Cube turns fine. As I said, it's a little gummy, but it does turn well. It is a little locky as well. I feel like I shouldn't expect too much from a 10x10. Yeah, I mean, that's obviously absurd to expect that from a 10x10. Now, what's truly crazy about this is also a ball core magnetic 10x10. Like, that is a really good improvement in technology, but as you can see, like, the pieces are of a slight, it is a budget cube at the end of the day, even at its price point. So yeah, it does kind of make sense that it's a little bit flimsy, and I can't do very fast turns on it, but I really like the feel. Like, I think that if I can somehow negate the pops and somehow like minimize catches, this would be an amazing cube to turn. And also to solve. Like, this is gonna be a fun cube to solve. Like, I'm just gonna sit around and solve these cubes randomly in the middle of the day. I am employed, but we'll see. Anyway, yeah, like, this is fun. As for this cube, corner cutting is it's less than a cubey, which honestly makes sense. It's a 10x10. And magnet strengths, outer magnets have always been strong, as we've seen with the big cubes. Inner magnets are weaker, but as I said, it's a really heavy and gummy cube, which means that it is a lot more stable than usual, and also that means that you don't need much more strong magnets. And yeah, as for first turns, that's about it. I will refrain from doing too many on this cube because I have a bad feeling it's gonna pop. And as you can see, it does catch quite a bit right now. So I'm just gonna have to break it in and see what happens eventually. But yeah, for now, that is the 10x10. And that brings us to the end of the video. So I hope you enjoyed this unboxing and first impressions video, and you know kind of what to expect. The overall summary is buttery, sandy, gummy. This one is really stable fast. This one is quite unstable fast. And this one is gummy slow, but also it is still unstable because of the sheer number of pieces in it. Yeah, that's all for today. As I said, I'm going to be sharing detailed reviews on each of these puzzles. So you'll have video reviews on my channel as well as written reviews on my Instagram. Do follow my Instagram at SpacetimeCubing. You can also find the link in the description to follow that. And again, a massive shout out to my sponsor Cubelelo for sending me these cubes to do reviews on. Like, they truly understand how much I enjoy big cubes, and having these to test and do stuff on is just going to be really fun. And yeah, also go subscribe to their channel. I'll leave a link to that as well in the description, where you can go find content that they post, and I will also be making some content for their channel with these cubes, so stick around for that because that's going to be really exciting. And yeah, that's all for today's video. Again, if you want to get these on Cubelelo, you can check the links in the description, and I will see you in the next one. Take care and peace.